Hello again, my name's Kevin. You're watching Leatherneck Prepper. So I did a video earlier today talking about why I will not use regular milk style gallon jugs for storing water. One of you wonderful people said, well, how do you store your water then? And I was not smart enough at the time to bring out how I store my water. Now I keep roughly 200 gallons of water on hand at any given point in time, and some might say that's not enough, but at 5 gallons a day for 2 people, that's roughly 3 weeks worth of water. Now that's if we used 5 gallons each per day. These here are 7 gallons each, and what I do is I take tap water, I mix it with basically 2 teaspoons worth of bleach, and then every 6 months I rotate it out. So 7 gallons, 2 teaspoons of bleach, 6 months. And I've tried the water after 6 months. It still smells good, it still tastes good. However, no matter what I use, I'm always going to run it through my filter. Now I've got several different types of filters. The biggest one that I use is the Berkey. I just purchased my first Alexapure, and after these filters in my Berkey are full and done, ready to be replaced, I'm going to switch over to the Alexapure and give them a shot and see how well they work. It's actually funny because I've got a small General Electric, it's GE company filter, just a small screw-in type filter underneath my sink in the kitchen, and I do a TDS test on it, and the water's like 80, 90 parts per million, so it's not bad. Then I go test my Berkey water, and it's like 110, 112. Doesn't make much sense because that same water I pull out, that's about 80 to 90 parts per million, I put through the Berkey, and those are the Berkey Blacks with the heavy metal filters attached to them as well, and it comes out higher on the parts per million. So I'm not sure about that. I'm actually going to send an email to Berkey and see if they can explain that one to me. So this is one way that I store water. I also store it like this. I buy these thick plastic 1 gallon jugs. This makes it really easy to transport. And then I have, like I said in the earlier video, I have cases of bottled water. I've got a bunch of that. So I've got a mix of different ways, but no matter what, all of it's going to go through the water filter before I drink it. Just, I know water doesn't go bad, I just had rather do it that way. So how much does this 1 7-gallon jug of water weigh? Well, I've got a scale. Now this is the arm that was broken, by the way. So you guys tell me if I haven't healed some. And let's come over here. See if we can't get down. What's that say? 62.4 pounds. So that is not bad. 7 gallons, 62.4 pounds. So that's like, what, 8 pounds per gallon, 8.5 pounds per gallon. Anyhow, that's how I'm storing my water. I just don't have room to store up any other. And I will say this, I've got about 40 5-gallon buckets of water, or 40 5-gallon buckets to use for water. And we're blessed where I live. We're close to streams, close enough to where you could take and walk. 2 people could walk and get a 5-gallon bucket of water and bring it back. It sucks, but it could be done, even at my age and with my legs and knees. It rains here at least once every week. For us not to get water every week, not get rain, is really unusual. So this plus the other buckets that I have set and ready to collect rain, I could fill those up really quickly, really easily in a rain catchment system. And I do have that. That's basically going to be coming off of my roof, just getting it out of the gutter. That's the quickest and easiest way. I know it's going to have the gravel in the bottom, but once again, you can filter it all out and pour it straight into your water filter, clean it out. The water's going to be clean. It's not going to have a lot of crap in it to clog your filter up. You can also just put your buckets out in the rain, catch it that way. You can set up a tarp and have it kind of funneling down into the bucket. You can do it that way. Oh, wow. You can set it up on 4 poles and put a hole in the middle of it, but I think that's kind of wasteful because that tarp can be used for dual purposes. You can take some of your big, thick garbage bags and use those for rain collecting to funnel it down into the bucket. So there's all kinds of different ways to catch a lot of water quickly. Also, we're sitting where I'm currently living on top of a water table, so the fact that it rains so regularly, the only months we really have to worry about is July and August, but September, it's back to rain, rain, rain. So living on the water table, I can dig down 2 or 3 feet and it will fill in. Now that water is going to be a lot more murky. I would use a t-shirt to do a pre-filter to get as much of that sediment out. And then probably I would run that through a homemade filter that I have yet to make. I've got all the stuff to do it. I just have not gotten around to doing it yet. Run that through one of those filters first, then start putting it through the other filters before it goes through the Berkey. This way I get the cleanest, best water I possibly can. I've got other water filters. If you'd like to see it, by all means, let me know and I'll show you the different candle and egg style filters that I've set up. So, with the 200 gallons I already have, now understand, I'm not going to be refilling these 1 gallon jugs quite the way I'm doing the 5 gallon buckets. So as I fill one of those up, if I have any of these left over, if I haven't traded them away, I will be filling these back. They will be being reused. Same way with some of the thicker plastic water bottles. If I haven't used those for bartering, if it came down to that, which I don't think it will, but for some strange reason, if it did, I'll be filling up those small ones as well with the 5 gallon buckets while it's still raining for me. Let's see. Roughly, I don't remember if I said this or not, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it again. 200 gallons, 2 people, is going to last roughly 3 weeks. So if you're not getting rain in 3 weeks, you can't find water in 3 weeks, okay. And that's, who's to say that you're going to go through that 5 gallons per day per person? So bear that in mind too. There's no guarantee you're going to use that much water. It could stretch out to a month if you needed to. You could also, as you're getting closer and it hasn't rained, you could start rationing the water out, drop it down to say 5 gallons for 2 people, so 2.5 gallons, and make it last that much longer. Anyhow, I hope you guys got something out of this, and remember, don't prep because you're scared. Prep so you don't have to be scared. Have a good one, guys.